Even though his best moments are as a rival, he still made for a pretty great villain. He was extremely threatening, especially when he came back from Wolf Canyon. He had a good motivation of wanting revenge against Jinga, and he had a pretty big impact on the story, pushing all of our characters forward. Unlike Faust, I don't think there's any issues with Kyoya as a villain. I just think there's a few who are better. So coming in 7th place, we actually have Reggie. Now, I will fully admit Kyoya is easily the more well-rounded antagonist. As we discussed, he basically goes 4 for 4 when it comes to our criteria. Reggie, on the other hand, doesn't really have a backstory or a deep narrative, but maybe that works. Reggie is easily the most sadistic character in the series. He lives off of making you suffer, and he wants to completely break you down. I think I'm okay with a character like this having no background. It almost adds to the mystique. He also has a pretty big impact on the story for characters like you, Kenta, and Jinga. And again, even though he's not the most well-rounded antagonist, he is a very menacing villain. Now, coming in 6th place, we have the movie star himself, Helios. He's maybe the most sympathetic villain of the entire series. He's fighting for what he believes is a true and noble cause, but all the while, he's just being manipulated by his grandfather. Now, in terms of being a threat, Helios definitely checks that box. He destroys Jinga, quickly establishing himself as a beast. All in all, I think Helios is a pretty good example of a villain from the outside looking in, but in actuality, he's not really a bad guy. Now, entering top 5 territory, we have Julian Konzern. I'd say Julian became an actual villain the moment he joins Hades Inc. And the highlight here is his narrative. His fall from grace is genuinely one of the most captivating character arcs of this series. I mean, after he gets disgraced by Damien, he loses everything, and then he joins up with the same people who took it all away from him out of pure desperation. And it's so interesting to see a confident champion like Julian fall so far down. His villain arc, so to speak, is maybe the deepest one on this list, and we get to see it play out across a good chunk of episodes. Now, just beating out Julian for 4th place, we actually have Zio Abyss. I've talked about this on the channel before, but I think Zio's arc in season 2 is straight peak. As a villain, I think he has the best motivations out of anyone on the list, and I don't think it's close. His best friend got sick, and his other best friend left. He was all alone with no possible way of helping until Dr. Ziggurat came into the picture. And we all know how the story goes from here. Zio becomes a literal test subject for painful arrangement procedures in order to save his friend. So when Masamune finally returns to the United States and they reunite, he's got a lot of built-up anger about the situation, and rightfully so. Zio may not be as menacing or as impactful as other villains, but his narrative easily carries him into the top 5. So now let's move on to the top 3 podium. The third best villain in the entire Metal series is actually Zio's teammate, Damien. Now, let's get this straight. Damien is not a great character. He doesn't have a backstory, he doesn't really have an arc, he's kind of just a juiced up juggernaut with a superiority complex. But because we're judging these characters as villains, this absolutely works. What he doesn't have in the narrative department, he absolutely makes up for it by being a menacing, threatening villain who is must-see TV every time he's on screen. From his design to his previously mentioned superiority complex to just how strong he is, I mean, he's an awesome villain. I don't think we really need to dive into what he did to Tsubasa and Yu, or how badly he disgraced Julian. I mean, Damien was a badass. And then he takes you into Hades, which is basically his own domain. I mean, I just think Damien is such a cool villain. But okay, now let's get into 2nd place. We actually have the Dragon Emperor himself, Ryuga. Now, maybe you think he should be number 1. There's absolutely an argument you could make, but I have him 2nd place. Now, keep in mind, Ryuga was only a villain in season 1. But yeah, season 1 Ryuga is just about as menacing as you can be. You know, he destroyed you, siphoned off your power, and laughed in your face while doing it. On top of that, he was insanely important for the story, and he was super entertaining laughing anytime he was on screen. The backstory he has with Jinga also just really works. And I mean, yeah, there's not really anything bad I can say about Ryuga as a villain. He made it this far for a reason, but now let's get into first place. My pick for the best villain in the entire Metal series has to be Doji. He's definitely not my favorite villain, but I think he's objectively the correct choice. I mean, Season 1 Doji alone is enough to have serious arguments for first place, because as scary as Ryuga was, it was all Doji's doing. He found El Drago and helped Ryuga claim it. He then prepared meals for him, helping him grow stronger and take power. He organized battle bladers, pulling every single string, and this whole tournament made characters stronger just for the sake of sacrificing them to Ryuga. He ran the Dark Nebula as a terrifying organization, and anytime Doji was on screen, you began to actually worry about the safety of the main characters. And then when he gets to fight Phoenix, he puts up an amazing performance. All in all, Season 1 Doji is just peak, but unlike most other villains, he has a massive advantage. He actually returns in another season. He's a part of Team Nemesis in Metal Fury, and ultimately you can credit him for causing Ryuga's death. It was Doji's taunting and rage baiting that I think pushed Ryuga over the edge. And then even when he gets caught up in the crossfire and seemingly falls to his own death, he is laughing it up because he knows Ryuga is getting whooped by Nemesis. Seriously, Doji laughing as he's falling is some true villain shit. And then we didn't even talk about Zero G in this video, but he even returns in that show. So yeah, I think Doji is easily the certified GOAT of villains in the Metal Saga, but as always guys, I would love to hear what you think. Obviously, you don't need to leave your top 30 list in the comments, but maybe just let me know what you disagree with the most. But yeah, guys, that's my ranking of the top 30 villains in the Metal series. This was a little subjective, so again, I would love to hear what you're thinking. This video was a ton of fun to make, and it was a longer one, so if you stayed the whole way through, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Question authority, then slit its throat.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
options. One link at a time. What can they do to me that they have not done?
Perdi a plate.
The master made
Ah, não.
their shackles are now my weapons. How's that for right?
Enemy killing spree.
The bluer the blood, the sweeter it spills.
Ai, 3 pontos deve cleanar com o bagulho restante de AP. Não sabia.
O que deve terminar?
Tô de Sylas, né? Só que eu tô rushando Shadow Flame. Aí eu botei 4 pontos no Q e 3 no W. Só que, tipo assim, os minions da backline estão ficando com. Eu tô level 9, né? Os minions da back estão ficando com tipo 2 de HP. Aí eu parei pra pensar, caralho, se eu tivesse upado full Q, acho que eu tava cleanando com tipo um Qzinho só, tá ligado? Vou testar essa attack depois.
How beautiful a
Mano, eu acho
world
que o
is
Proton
without
Belt é muito bom,
war.
mas parece que você fica sem dano, tá ligado? Teve um game que eu rushei Shadow Flame e eu me senti o Thanos, velho. Aqui tá parecido também.
Every Damascus. I will be the monster they think I am. Join me or die. Good, evil, what does any of that even mean?
An ally has been slain.
They work their fingers to the bone, serving a king they'll never meet. And they show them the true life.
Entendi, o game não foi nem por causa do Nafiri. Eu tô bom.
Era cena Shadow Flame.
Você viu lá as stats do Shadow Flame?
Ah,
O WPAD? É um dos top 10 itens do LoL mais feitos. Ele é um dos únicos dois que tem WPA negativo, no geral.
O que seria WPA?
É o Win Percent Addiction lá.
Ah, tá.
Acho que eu não adicionado lá. Basicamente, quanto o processo de vitória realmente muda de tu fazer o item e de tu não fazer. Aí o dele é negativo 0.5, acho, sei lá, 0.05.
É que é um item meio bait em alguns cenários também, tipo, ele tem um downside que é não ter CDR, né? Se ele tiver CDR, ele é o melhor item do jogo pra mage, assim. Acho que por isso, tipo, eu notava quando eu jogava de Zoe Burst, agora eu tô voltando a jogar também. Tipo assim, são trade-offs. Por exemplo, se você faz a Zoe de CDR, você escala melhor, porque você tá procurando mais... Como é que fala? Quando você faz o CDR, você tá tendo mais spell por fight, então às vezes você acaba dando mais dano. Mas, tipo assim, seu dano cai muito. Só que se você faz o full burst, tipo, às vezes tem um cenário que uma bolha você já matou o cara. Então são trade-offs, assim. É diferente jogar. Ah, nossa, esse jungle tá muito
Even death cannot change.
bom. Jogou mal, o cara ficou V3 ali, quase que ele mata isso aqui.
I will show them a world without laws or I'm a man without a command. Perhaps I'll take this.
An ally has been slain.
A man the man who needs to die. Unshackle your mind. Whatever they bring, I'll match it. My streets. Took prison for me to find liberation. Their shackles are now my weapons. How's that?
destroyed a turret.
As long as I draw breath, so does the revolution.
Okay.
I used to be locked up, but I didn't care for it. No time to lick wounds. Always hit the ground running. From the rubble, order will be born.
Shut down. Double kill. Killing spree. No more kings, no more queens, no more mage seekers. It all ends now. Magic is rising. No more slums, no more dungeons. An enemy has been slain. Has been slain. Enemy double kill.
Conflict brings truth.
Has destroyed a turret.
No prison can hold me.
deu bom. Fé.
They work their fingers to the bone, serving
Você tá
a
jogando
king
também?
they'll never meet.
Eu joguei no
Show them there is more
Dois.
to life.
Como é que tá o game?
segundo. Não, aquele do Java tive que perder, esse aqui tá de boa. Tô numa match boa bot, tô ganhando. Meu jungle tá bem, só meu mid tá apanhando um pouquinho.
Nice, nice.
Once you've seen
Aprontei aqui. foi dar um limite teste. Mas matei 2, tá pago. Shadow Flame é muito bom pra Sylas, mano.
Essa build dele for AP é. Esse patch tá dolorido, né?
Tá bem legalzinho com o buff no Q. Só que acho que se você tiver. Sei lá, é que não dá pra começar atrás de Sylas, mas se por alguma razão você começar atrás, acho que é impossível fazer Shadow Flame. Talvez você tenha que fazer tipo Rift Maker, tá ligado? E depois Shadow Flame. Talvez Zhonya. É que esse game eu fui pra Banshee, porque tipo assim, tem um Shinzal AP, aí os caras tem Lissandra, Kennen e Serafine, tá ligado? E Ashe. Aí eu falei, ah não, é que Banshee é muito valor, tá ligado? Os caras tem muita AP no CC.